Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. Today we are going to discuss libraries and how to make a library. The outline of the topic include libraries, the definition of libraries, mechanics of compilation, header files, preprocessor, source files, compiler, object files, linker, executable files, runtime loader, static versus dynamic libraries, building library static, and building library dynamic, and some principles. First of all, what is library in computer programming? A library is a collection of pieces of software that you bunch together in a collection so that you can reuse them in different programs. A library simply is a collection of reusable code with a well-defined and documented interface. Mechanics of compilation. Who is responsible? Header files, preprocessor, source files, compiler, object files, linker, executable files, runtime loader. What is a program? The text of the program is kept in units called source files. A source file together with all the header and source files included via the preprocessor directive #include. Less any link lines skipped by conditional inclusion preprocessing directives is called a translation unit. A program consists of one or more translation units linked together. A translation unit consists of a sequence of declarations. Declaration and definition. A declaration may introduce one or more names into a translation unit or redeclare names introduced by previous declarations. A declaration is a definition unless it declares a function without specifying the function's body. It contains the extern specifier or a linkage specification and neither an initializer nor a function body. It declares a static data member in a class definition. It is a class name declaration. It is an opaque enum declaration. It is a template parameter. It is a parameter declaration in a function. In a function declarator that is not a declarator of a function definition. Or it is a type def declaration, an alias declaration, a using declaration, a static assert declaration, an empty declaration, or a using directive. Examples of declaration: extern int a, extern constant int c, int f, structure s, int, extern x, another x, and all this. Then structure ends, which defines x. Int x means defines non-static data. Namespace n1 is equals to n, defines n1. One definition rule. No translation unit shall contain more than one definition of any variable, function, class type, enumeration type, or template. Every program shall contain exactly one definition of every non-inline function or variable that is used in that program. Exactly one definition of a class is required in a translation unit if the class is used in a way that requires the class to be complete. There can be more than one definition of a class type, enumeration type, inline function with external linkage, class template, non-static function template, static data member of a class template, member function of a class template, or template specialization for which some template parameters are not specified in a program, provided that each definition appears in a different translation unit and provided the definitions. Linkage. A name is said to have linkage when it might denote the same object, reference, function, type, template, namespace, or values as a name introduced in another scope. When a name has external linkage, the entity it denotes can be referred to by names from scopes of other translation units or from other scope of the same translation unit. When a name has internal linkage, the entity it denotes can be referred to by names from other scopes in the same translation unit. When a name has no linkage, the entity it denotes cannot be referred to by the name from other scopes. The preprocessor. Preprocessor processes preprocessor directives #include, #define, #if, etc. Expands macro invocations with macro bodies. Expansion proceeds recursively. The result is a sequence of tokens for the compiler. Header files act as a massive copy-paste of file contents into your source files, megabytes of copy-paste. This is why your builds are slow. Modules in C++ are the solution, but not in C++ 17. The compiler invokes the preprocessor on source file for you, receives a stream of tokens from the preprocessor, performs syntactic and semantic analysis on the token stream to produce a sequence of declarations. Some of those declarations are definitions. Definitions allocate space for data or instructions. The output of compilation is an object file. The object file encodes the output of compilation. Definitions provided by the translation unit. References to declarations with external linkage. The linker accepts object files from compilation, resolves declaration with external linkage, produces an executable file for the runtime loader. What is the runtime loader? Accepts executables from linking, establishes a new process for the executable, perform any dynamic linking necessary for the executable, locates dynamic library dependencies, resolves imported symbols by binding them from the dynamic library, exporting the symbols. Transfers execution control to the new process. Symbol and declaration. A symbol is a name used to communicate declarations between the compiler, the linker, and the runtime loader. Every declaration with external linkage results in a unique symbol. The process of encoding each C++ identifier into a unique symbol is implementation dependent and is called name mangling. Declarations can be overloaded, located within a namespace, constant or volatile qualified, all of which can change the mangled name. The linker and runtime loader deal exclusively with mangled symbols. Name mangling can be suppressed with C linkage, extern C. Interoperability with other languages is achieved through C linkage. Okay, what is a library? Declare facilities for use by an application. Define the implementation for use by an application. Good libraries define good abstractions. What is a header-only library? Provides as one or more header files. The declaration and definitions are in headers. No linking necessary to use the library. Just tell your compiler where to find the files. Often referred to as a compile time dependency of an executable. Declarations and definitions. Function definitions are declared in line. Their definitions are identical for each source file, including the header. What is a static library? An archive of object files produced by the linker from a set of object files, may contain indices to accelerate resolution of declaration with external linkage. When supplied to the linker, a static library acts as if all of its constituent object files were supplied individually to the linker. Often referred to as a static dependency of an executable. Mechanics of static library. Dependencies of static library. Source code of a static library can depend on facilitators provided by another static library or another dynamic library. This creates implicit library dependencies for clients of this static library. These dependencies accumulate transitively until they are resolved by linking an executable file. CMake can handle this dependency chain automatically. Consuming a static library. Object file provide definitions but not declarations. Header files provide declarations but not definitions. Consuming a static library consists of supplying the header files to the compiler, supplying the library to the linker. How to create a static library? Create header files containing declarations. Create source file containing definitions for the declarations. Compile all source files to be included in the library. Link the resulting object files into a static library. Make the headers and the library available to clients. What is a dynamic library? Dynamic library is also called a shared object or shared library. Instructions and constant data are shared by all running clients. Produced by the linker from a collection of object files, static libraries, and dynamic libraries. Encoded as an executable file for use by the runtime loader with a table of exported names provided by this library, a table of imported names consumed by this library from another dynamic library. Supplied to the linker as an input to resolve names in an executable and mark them as supplied by the dynamic library. Some of the mechanics of shared libraries differ between operating system platforms. Dependencies of dynamic library. Source code of a dynamic library can depend on facilities provided by another static library or another dynamic library. This creates implicit dynamic library dependencies for clients of the dynamic library. Static dependencies are resolved when linking with the dynamic library. CMake can handle this dependency chain automatically. Consuming a dynamic library. Dynamic library provides definitions to the runtime loader. Header files provide declarations for the definitions. Consuming a dynamic library consists of supplying the header files to the compiler, supplying the dynamic library to the linker, supplying the dynamic library and its dynamic library dependencies to the runtime loader. How to create a dynamic library. Create header files containing declarations, create source file containing definitions for their declarations, and compile all sources files to be included in the library. Link the resulting object files into a dynamic library. Make the header files and the library available to clients. Principles of library design. REP. The release, reuse, equivalency principle. CCP, the common closure principle. CRP, the common reuse principle. ADP, the acyclic dependencies principle. SDP, the stable dependencies principle. SAP, the stable abstraction principle from Agile Principle Patterns and Practices in C# by Robert Martin and Mika Martin. CCP, the common closure principle. The classes in a library should be closed together against the same kinds of changes. A change that affects a library affects all the classes in that library and no other libraries. This is the single responsibility principle SRP applied to libraries. CCP gathers together in one place all the classes that are likely to change for same reason. CRP, the common reuse principle. The class in a library are reused together. If you reuse one of the classes in a library, you reuse them all. Classes that are tightly coupled to each other should be in the same library. Classes that are not tightly bound to each other with class relationships should not be in the same library. ADP, the Eclectic Dependencies Principle. Allow no cycle in the library dependency graph. Cycles manifest themselves in link command lines for executables where libraries are repeated as link inputs. Break cycles by introducing new libraries containing classes on which other libraries depend. SDP, the Stable Dependencies Principle. Depend in the direction of stability. Changes in dependencies cause testing and integration to propagate up the dependency chain. 36. SAP, the Stable Abstraction Principle. A library should be as abstract as it is stable. A stable library should be abstract so that its stability does not prevent it from being extended. An unstable library should be concrete since its instability allows the code within it to be easily changed. Principles for header libraries. REP, the granularity of release is the header file. CCP, the same kind of change should affect all the classes in the header. CRP, the classes in a header only library should all be reused together. ATP, there should be no preprocessor inclusion cycles. STP, the header should only depend on more stable headers. SAP, the more a header is included by other headers and source files, the more abstract it should be. Principal Static Libraries REP. The granularity of releases is the library and all of its header files. CCP. The same kind of change should affect all the classes in the library. CRP. All the classes in the library are used together. ADP. There are no link cycles in the library dependency graph. STP. The library should depend only on more stable libraries. SAP. The more stable the library is, the more abstract its header interface should be. Principle of Dynamic Libraries REP. The granularity of release in the library and all of its header files. CCP. The same kind of change should affect all the classes in the library. CRP. All the classes in the library are used together. ATP. There is no link cycles in the library dependency graph or in the runtime dependency graph. SDP. The library should depend only on more stable libraries, either static or dynamic. SAP. The more stable the library is, the more abstract its header interface should be. User-defined libraries in C++. A library is a package of code that is meant to be reused by many programs. Typically, a C++ library comes in two pieces. Number one, a header file that defines the functionality the library is offering to the program using it. A precompiled binary that contains the implementation of that functionality precompiled into machine language. Uses of libraries. In programming, a library refers to a reusable piece functionality that is self-contained and can be used by other programs. A library can't be used by itself. It provides some functionality, but nothing is executing it. Libraries usually have a .a extension with itself, but in C++, things are not simple. We need a header file that can use that library. Another problem is that a library must have to be compiled for a specific platform. Creating a C++ library. To create a simple library, we need a single .cpp file, that is mylibrary.cpp, code block to be executed. Then we have to compile it To compile, we use g++ co mylibrary.a mylibrary.o. The C flag tells the compiler to not to link the library. If we omit that flag, the compiler will complain that main doesn't exist. Now we need to create a header file that defines its interface. The header file is necessary, so users of the library can include this file and have the interface available to them. Okay friends, this is it. Thank you for watching this lecture, and please also share the summary of what you have learned from today's lecture in the comment box. Allah Hafiz.